Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a movement, got you moving, keep it moving. Black talk, real talk like yeah, my name is Truth from what you wanna hear, and God got my back, let's make it crystal clear. I'm screaming black power, I ain't never scared. A queen who does the most is host, so it's a movement, got you moving, keep it moving. Black talk, real talk like wow. It's a movement, got you moving, keep it moving. Black talk, real talk like wow.
Hey everybody,
What's going on?
welcome to Black Talk, the movement. Unfortunately, we had a guest, Brook Acosta, that was supposed to show up tonight. But you know, I just want to say here, us as Black people, we always talk about. We got a few people that work with or speak about us working together, being professional. You know, letting us know things ahead of time instead of just no call, no show. But it's all right though. We still gonna have a show because our shine, me and Angela's shine, don't stop for nobody.
That is
Black
true.
Talk. The movement don't stop for nobody.
That is true.
Tonight we're gonna have some of the guests come in. I have a link in the comments where if anybody wants to come on, you can copy and paste the link, and I could bring you on. If you want to join into our topics, you can come live on us just like that. I'll bring you right on in. If you got some questions you want to ask, or if you want to join in the topic, let's rock. I'll put it up there twice, the link, so y'all can copy and paste it, and y'all come on in. All right, Angela, how you been doing, Angela?
I'm doing good. This weather sucks.
Really?
It's very unpredictable over here. It was raining. We had like two shout outs for thunderstorms 2 weeks ago. Had like a hurricane or something. Then 2 days ago had a thunderstorm warning. So shout out to my fellow brothers and sisters out there in Florida, because it's retarded. It's on again, off again. I don't know where I'm coming or going. I got my temperature up to down to 68, 69, and I'm jumping back up to 75. So
Right. Yeah, I like the rain. It was cloudy. It's hot. It was hot. It was 84 degrees today.
I like it like that. Nice and sunny. Got everything going on, but that unexpected weather, that's the killer.
Yeah.
That doesn't do me justice.
Yeah. So what we gonna talk about right now? We just gonna get into our little modes. You know how we do, Angelus. We Black Talk the movement. We don't
Okay, well, first of all, I apologize. Well, how you doing? Because you just, with me, I got to go to you. You jumped ahead of me, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know how
I apologize. How you doing? How's
my
your day
anxiety
going?
kicking a little bit. I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I can't complain. Working on a new venture.
Okay.
Planning that out, ready to put that out there. My beauty products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to put them on, but I will support either way.
Yeah, you won't be able to put it on. I might have to make a chapstick for the men or something.
Chapstick for the men. I think most of them might need it.
Or cologne. Don't get it twisted. I'll get him start mixing shit. Get you some cologne.
Okay, there's some ashy little brothers out there. They may need it.
And lotion. Yeah, man. I can make men products. That's gonna be in. I'm gonna have to write that down. That's gonna be in the near future. I'm trying to do everything. I don't care what nobody says. I'm gonna make it one way or another. Our first topic we can talk about. Oh, everybody's talking about Derrick Jaxson.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are your views on Derrick Jaxson?
It came in like a cluster of waves. Like the first one, well, first of all, when I didn't hate what the brother platform that he was working with, because I felt like his goal was pretty much my goal, you know,
Mhm.
because I'm pretty much keep to myself. But if you know, we're that old saying, because me and you pretty much the same. You know, if you don't want the answer, you don't want my opinion, don't ask me that question.
Don't
You
ask me,
know, so
right?
don't ask me. So I'm pretty much that, and I'm very passionate about it, especially if I hear some wrongdoing, you know, on the moral compass. But he went left with a lot of stuff during before this calamity came up. So if anybody didn't know, pretty much he got you know, he got pretty much busted. He was cheating some time ago, and some young lady came out. She kept some receipts, and she was holding on very tight to him. So and then everything came out open. So he decided to make a public announcement and take it from there with his wife. And after that, it just went left. My overall thought of him is a lot of women that was praising him, not all, but most women that was praising him and stuff he was doing. I was pretty much telling him like, hey, just take him as, don't take everybody for a grain of salt. Even me. If you're coming to me and you want my advice and you want my opinion, even stuff I used to do motivational Mondays, and me and my aunts and family members hear and see it and click like and stuff like that. That's great. You know, that's at the end of the day, that's my number one goal, is to just try to inspire you, give you a different perspective on way life going, and move forward with your day. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because we don't know who we talk to, we don't know who we influence, we don't know who we affect. Just that powerful tongue, because it's in the Bible somewhere, and that's the most deadliest weapon. So with that being said, this brother was saying some things like he was too perfect, like he was close to Jesus. You know, he was drinking.
Mhm.
He was not only walking on the water, he was drinking and eating and digesting the Holy Ghost. This brother thought he was too pure, and unfortunately, it showed a whole different colors, and that pretty much was a problem. So while he was doing that, or my stuff that I was seeing from him was, my perspective was, he was bashing other brothers while he's doing that. That's something I do not tolerate. You know, if another brother, it's just like if you get a new relationship and the woman venting about her guy, or your homeboy, your homegirl talking about you and talking about that their past relationships, you know, whether it's family or friends, and that's great. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit there and dog that person out just to get some cool points in. It doesn't work like that. So, and everything is coming to light. Everything's getting thrown in his face. Is plus his words. Because if anybody ever seen the videos, people doing Derrick Jaxson talking to Derrick Jaxson, even before this even came up, he contradicts himself all the time. And I think I made a post about it not too long ago, where one woman made a comment, and I played little devil's advocate, and I asked, okay, so what about this? What about that? And they voiced their opinion about it, and I agree. The point was made. And let me click on here real quick because I have my little sub setup going. One comment shows that she was very, and this is from Claudia, because she was very observant. She said, "This is all a show. This is all we truly taking our ownership. He wasn't really taking truly ownership of everything. When he would, didn't have referred to himself in a third person, which he did multiple times. When acknowledged to his mistakes, just my experience with people and accountability." And that's pretty much hit home too, especially when people cheat. And I'm an advocate to that too, because I mentioned in the past, I've been on both sides of the fence. Got played, disrespected, and had my little doggy days. Some that was either on the moral compass, or some wasn't, or the typical guy just got busted, or you have them people that have the guilty conscience, do something wrong, and they go ahead and spill the beans. Nothing wrong with that. But it all comes down to accountability. And I'm a type of person, I'm a big advocate of accountability. Even if, let's say, for example, me and you, Truth, we have a debate argument about something, and I come out my mouth, I'm like, well, her perspective of something that I said or did, hurt her feelings, something that I don't agree with, and something I clearly did wrong. So I understand. Now I got to put my foot in her shoes. Now I put my foot in my shoes, because that doesn't make any sense, because I'm the one
Right.
did wrong. So because my personality, I'm a type of person, I'm strongly like, hey, I'll think about it, process it. I apologize. You're right. You're right. You're right. Let me try to work on me for us to move forward in our relationship.
Right.
Because that's the only way he's going to do it. And he did not do any of that. His expressions, the body language between him and his wife, everything was so unjust. It made me cringe. It
Mm.
made me cringe. So for this brother right here, he has issues.
Yeah, he does.
And I don't know if you even seen it, but it was one video, Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club. Y'all could check him out on YouTube. He said it very perfectly. You're like a narcissist with it seemed like you're not affected by what you did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much is the main issue. And especially with people, the reflection of him is another reflection of everybody we came across in our lives today. And now, and I don't want to put too much on his wife. I just think it was very shocking that he did something. Now he want to bring his wife into that too.
Right.
You made the mess in public on media. Clean up your mess on public in the media. Do not bring your wife into it. Do not do that. So that's pretty much why like I said, I go on about him, and that's pretty much where it comes to. I never was a fan of his. He had some few pointers to most stuff, and again, all perspectives, all opinions, some good suggestions. If you want to take it, that's fine, but don't come out black and white with everything, because everything's not black and white. Even past relationships I had before, everything's not black and white. You have to look at yourself, whether the good and bad. Hell, I was cheated on many times in my life, but sometimes, they was dead as wrong for cheating on me. But I had to look at myself. Okay, well, what is it about me that made this happen?
Right.
But I don't know. There's
Well,
Jaxson.
he is a straight narc. You can just tell that. His wife looked like she's worn out, done. She done been through so much, and it's just like she's dumbfounded and numb to the pain. They said they talked about her bonnet on her head, which that was like I ain't got no comments on that. Maybe she's probably stressed out, worn, mentally. She's probably spiritually done.
Yeah, and we don't know this, and we don't know the context of the behind the doors. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would just talk about somebody. They could have had a debate, the argument. She could just came in the house. That could have been that right there. Could have been a moment. She just said, "You know what? Let's do it." Or she could have brought it up. He could have brought it up. That's something that we just don't know. So, like I said, I was reading all the comments. A lot of it's funny. Again, it's media. About her expression of her eyes, like I said, the hair, the bonnet, he clenching of their hands, a little bit too much. It was a lot. It was a lot, but it all spoke. It spoke some words.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't get on there just to save his career, because you've been up here feeding these women advice about what she should do to keep her man and telling the men what they should do to keep their women. But you can't even keep your wife happy.
Yeah.
And I used to watch him. I used to tune into his little videos and listen to him a little bit. He had a lot to say. He's a very intelligent man. But sometimes you could be too smart to the point you use it for evil.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing. And it was a doctor. They didn't put all her information out because she's a surgeon. And I seen it on Unwind with Tasha K on YouTube. Tasha K didn't want to put the whole lady's information out because the lady is a surgeon. She's a black woman, a successful black woman. But she just had sex with him a month before it even came out. Oh, no, wow. I'm sorry. A week before it even came out that he was cheating on his wife with the other girl.
Oh, wow.
But I used to watch this man. I used to listen to the things he say and, his little advice and all that. He's a straight narcissist. Like, he's a manipulator. He utilizes what he knows.
You know what he remind me of? If people actually can remember back in the day, them oil snake people that had the little wagon, roll up in town and show you little bottles, and he speaks so fast and like a little shell game and tell you something, to have that one little trick in the bag to show you that it may not work, then come back again. That's what he remind me of, because he talks, like I said, very articulate, but he talks so fast. He just reminds me of a snake oil salesman. Just be rolling on in, selling all the oils and the vinegar, and it cure it all, and then he'll roll out of town and roll and do a whole nother one again. So,
but that's how narcissists think. They're very smart. They're very intelligent. They're always 3 steps ahead of you. They always think they know you. They think it before you. So they're already.
That's the crazy part. He's talking to himself. It's weird. Like you're literally talking to yourself. It's like a one fraction. Like, I get you. And it's like, okay, where are we going? Like, where are we going with this?
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But God help him. Definitely help his wife. So.
If she don't leave him, she was like, if I was in her shoes, I've been left his ass because he has a lot to lose. And will I go back and listen to his videos to get advice about a relationship? Hell to the no.
But see, I gotta play devil's advocate for that because somebody voiced their opinion to me and said that same thing with somebody in church. A pastor could be leading his flock, but he makes a mistake and cheat. Not saying doing what Derrick Jaxson did, but he could have went ahead and cheated, but still preaching the word. So their point was to that. If it's still good advice, I'ma still listen. That's their opinion. So I had to listen to that. I said, okay. I say that may be a good point.
No, it's not.
But,
go ahead.
I mean, that's fine. Everybody got their perspectives on things. So that's why we're here talking. That's why we're talking.
But if he spoke about it in past tense, like this was the type of man I was, but this is who I am now, and this is what I've learned,
exactly,
and I can listen to him.
Exactly.
But he's preaching things, and then he's doing what he's talking about. Like I can listen. You're a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Point blank. So whatever.
Well, I hope everything work out with the wife because I'm still trying to understand the timeline of this. Like this happened in the past. She said she left him. She came back. Her body language is just like perfect example. Like you said, she's numb. She's done. So what else? Now on the financial aspect, when you made the comment, maybe she's looking at it another light. Like, okay, well, I gave him a chance. I disappeared. I came back with ultimatums. So how do I work that out? Okay, let me watch him from a distance while we're still together, while we're still doing this, and see how that works out. I don't know, but yeah.
Hey, for those who's watching, the viewers, would y'all like to come on in and express how you feel about Derrick Jaxson before we move on to the next topic? If you do, the link is right there. It's also in the messages. You could just copy and paste it. And come on in. It brings you right in. I believe that's how it goes because I ain't never do it that way. We usually send it through Messenger. But yeah, come on in. You can just copy and paste the link. Come on in. But yeah, Derrick Jaxson, he's got a lot to learn, and he also supposed to have some type of contract deal with TD Jakes, $100,000 contract to come in and do something. I guess motivational speaking.
Oh wow!
And that's why he's trying to cover himself up and make everybody think his wife forgives him. So that he can get that contract and basically clear up. He's paying off people too. He went to the doctor and told her that see, the doctor didn't know he had a wife. He didn't tell her. So Unwind with Tasha was like, Tasha K. She said, well, you ain't never know he had children. You didn't ever see the car seat in the back seat when he's doing his lives. And the doctor was like, no. She said he blocked her on all YouTube channels so that she couldn't go and research him. But she said she went through her sister phone and looked up YouTube videos. And that's how she discovered that he's out there cheating on his wife and got a kid. And got all this other stuff going on. But he went to her job, the hospital, and told her that please don't say anything because now my wife is acting up and I don't want to lose what I got going on as far as my career. Could you keep it confidential between us? Could you please not go and do any shows and talking about me, da 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 da. And he told her manipulation. Here go manipulation part right here. He says, and I wouldn't want for you to damage anything or destroy anything you got going on as a career doctor. So I need you to keep it quiet. That's the narcissist too. Now he's playing victim. Now you don't want to destroy what you got. I know about these narcs because I dealt with one. They're very clever, very. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So let's just move on to the next topic. And these topics was between me and the other guests, but whatever.
Okay. Talk about anything.
His question was, he wanted to talk because I seen a status that he posted on his Facebook about Christians and Muslims getting married. Okay. Stating that, well, Muslims, you've been raised up in a good home. Your parents is Muslim, they got married, and what makes you go out and marry a Christian? When he put that status up on Facebook, my response was love overpowers any religion, love is the strongest emotion, right? But he wanted to come on and talk about that. So what do you feel about Muslims marrying Christians?
I never dated a Muslim. I have Muslim friends, even the 5% ones. You know how they goes back in the day. They don't know if they come.
Remember that was what it was first.
Yeah, they don't know if they coming or going. They don't know if they coming or going. But somehow Bean Pies was there, so I don't know. A lot of prison reforms for them too, but it'd be okay. I don't know. It's pretty much the same thing. Like, I mean, religion and race. You know, that's my mind where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to same way you have to learn each other's culture. You have to learn each other's religion. Stepping in again, we'll throw each other on the bus, or somebody else I dated. You know, I'm pretty much, you can say I'm a Baptist. I don't throw it out there like a banner, but you know, I do believe there's a higher power for myself. To each his own. But if I'm dating somebody else that says that they don't believe in God, they're atheists. They don't believe in a religion at all. So now the question comes to, where do I go with this?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the key step that everybody needs to think from there, not overlooking the first layer is the attraction, like, oh, he or she's very beautiful, he or she has, you know, this great success story, blah, 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 blah. So when it comes down to religion, because we got down through the basis and it comes down to religion. So where do we go from there? If he's Muslim, I know a lot of actual Muslims is very strict with their religion, meaning that and correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any fellow Muslims out there that preaches and does this from birth or just got into it, studying it, correct me if I'm wrong, but the ones that I know, because again, I'm ignorant to certain facts too, okay? Never perfect. All right. There's no Derrick Jaxson here. What happened?
I'll answer. Wallace Melbourne said, what that mean? They don't know if they coming or going. You want to come in, Wallace? I told you copy and paste the link right here.
I hope you're not a 5%er, because you sound
you copy and paste
something to do. That sounds like something they'll do. But if he jumps in, then we'll hash that one out. But I'm gonna leave that angling. I'm gonna leave that one dangling. But no, it just, you know, most of them get up in the morning, they pray. I mean, this is the basis of I know. You know, they get up in the morning, they have they're very determined. They're very strict with their religion. You know, they pray every morning, which a lot of us fail to. We thank God. We like, hey, hallelujah, and anything else, but we do it half sleep, cocked to the side, arm up, and we don't have that much dedication. A lot of Muslims that I know do. They pray every morning. They pray in the afternoon. They have a lot of hierarchy to their standards, and I'm not gonna knock it. Some that I don't agree with, but I'm not gonna say, oh, this is something I frown upon. Because maybe there's something that they're believing in that's a little bit more, that's pushing them forward, making them more successful. Things that I see in life. And same thing with Christianity or Catholics or so on and so on. But it all comes down to, if we're meeting each other, we're talking, we're having a discussion, because everything comes down to open communication. And if I see you, I like you, we're talking, and we're vibing well, that's when the conversation comes. And if you're telling me, hey, you're racist, or I mean, there's blood people like that. I don't know, but if you're a Catholic and I'm not, where do we go from that? That's the conversation. A lot of Catholics don't. Is very, again, Catholic are there, correct me if I'm wrong, but in my experience, a lot of Catholics is very strict with a lot of things, or not too strict, but it's okay with me and you. But when it comes to the family, it's like more family get involved. With most of the decision-making relationship, and mostly comes with the women, and sometimes it comes with the guys, especially if you have the fathers, the grandfathers, the family taking control of the situation, how they raise you. So I don't know. I mean, whatever your thoughts on it, please throw them away, because it just, to me, just comes down to communication. Everything we talk about just comes down to communication. People don't understand that. We talk, we understand. You always take steps to these levels. Oh, she cute. Let me go talk to her. Oh, he cute. Let me go ahead and allow this and allow that to happen. As far as communication go, let me exchange the numbers. We're talking. Okay. We're talking about the finances. Boom. Okay. He's good. She's good. Let me move on. We're talking about the household. Okay. Is he living in a studio? Is that feasible for me? Is he had goals to move out, or, you know, all this stuff going on? Now jump down to religion. Okay, I go to church 24/7. I'm a Bible thumper. Okay, he don't. So what? How they gonna look on me? How's they gonna look on the family? These are things that we have to talk about. But if you're okay with it, do your homework. If it's something of the known of out unknown, do your homework. Same thing with the culture differences. Do your homework. Don't assume stuff because us as Americans, we stereotype one thing and run
One
with it.
second, Wallace. Well, Wallace, I got him on Messenger. For some reason, he couldn't get through on the live. Damn. Wallace, hello.
Yes.
Now,
I can
what
hear
was
you.
you on live, Wallace? You on live, Wallace Melbourne? What you got to say about the? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what the brother mean by they don't know if they coming or going. I'm trying to get a clear understanding of what that means.
Oh, sure. I can help you on it. Again, going by my experience, sir. Going by my experience.
Can you hear him, Wallace?
If he's watching the live, he can hear the after. If he's watching live, he'll see the app.
Let me put him on my tablet so I can listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, while
Okay.
he's doing that, I'm gonna answer that question. He can go back and watch the feedback.
This
Okay.
is
Again, going back to my experience, every 5% of Muslim usually go half-ass.
But I'm listening.
okay. He listening.
That's fine. It's like I'm repeating myself. But every 5%er that in my experience is literally half-ass on stuff that they say when it comes to religion. And majority of them, with the percentage of them, let's say 75% of them came straight out of incarceration, whether it was county or prison. Nothing wrong with that because you found a religion of your own. But when they do come out to the real world after being transformed, and I'm doing the quotes because nobody can't see me, after coming transformed, they don't stick to what they say they're going to do. Because people have to give me 5 to 10 reasons what they're supposed to do consistently of their religion. They don't do it. That's why I say about the 5%ers, not the full religion Muslims that do they supposed to do, worship their quote unquote Lord and Savior, but the 5% that sit there and chill at the corner stores, the one that had the hats on, the one that got the little long, and I'm just being funny with the words because I don't know everything, so I apologize for that. But those are the one that half-ass don't stick to what they're supposed to say and do. Just like me, I'm a Baptist. I go to church every Sunday. All right, I pay my tithes. When I first came down here, I will go to 3 churches. One is my family church. Okay, one of my friends' church. One was a church that a girl I dated for a couple of years. I stay consistent with mine. When I get up in the morning, I pray. Just like I go up in the morning, I have a lifestyle where I work out and eat the same thing. The same way your lifestyle is with God, or Allah, or whoever, your lifestyle should be the same way. That's what I mean. It's a half-ass procedure of most of these 5%ers that do stuff like that. So that's my opinion on that one. That's what I meant by don't know if they're coming and going. Just like a relationship, you don't know where you're coming and going. You're marrying the chick, the woman, marry her. Work on that. You're dating her, date her. Okay? You're not having Senorita, Mononita, or whoever on the left and right. You're half-assing it. So that's what I mean by don't know they're coming and going. Stick to one lane and stay on it.
All right. Wallace, what you got to say to that, Wallace?
Okay.
Just my opinion.
Almost finished on my tablet. I'm listening to him.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let me address from where I hear him at.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, the 5% situation is not a religion. That's the first thing he has to understand.
That's a nickname that was given to them.
It's not a religion thing.
I know that was a nickname. That was a nickname given to him. You're correct.
Right.
Right.
Second of all, we're not gonna negate the fact that life is happening while we're all in transition trying to figure this thing out, right? So
that's correct.
It's kind of like into what AZ said in that song. We were beginners in the hood as 5%ers, but something must have got in us because all of us turned to sinners, right? Let's not forget there's a word in Christianity called repentance. Let's not forget there's a word called born again. Let's not forget there's a word in Christianity called forgiveness because these words allows you to F up and come back again. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
In the nation of the gods and earth, it's not a religion. What we're dealing with is everyday laws and mathematics and science, right? So we can never be coming. We always going. You know what I'm saying? We always go, and it's always everything we say and do can be proven. It's a scientific fact. Don't get me wrong. Some things are kind of out there, right? Some things are kind of out there, which is what made me kind of like hold my ground and ease back on certain things and don't adhere to it as much as I should. But at the same time, it kind of tainted me and stained me from the little bit of information that I got from it so far. It's like I can see everything now. I can see through your thing. I can see through their thing. I can see through everything, because 1 and 1 is going to always make 2. You know what I'm saying? This is why they call it mathematics, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? There's statistics that say 75% of the people that carry that book, that Christian book, have never read that book from beginning to the end. Right? I can ask you questions about that book right now that'll probably have you befuddled. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about within the first 2 chapters of the book that you probably never even noticed. And you telling me how you go to church every Sunday and you do this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because of how you've been programmed to look at that book. That's why you could, you know what I'm saying, overlook or have such oversight on just the first paragraph or 2. And I guarantee you, if we go into it, you probably never even paid attention to it.
Are you done, sir?
Can I pass the mic to Angelus now, Wallace?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I already said it. Let me repeat again. Nobody's perfect. 2, the comment that we replied back to you was, what is in and out? And what I meant by staying in your lane, again, I'm gonna repeat the same thing. Staying in your lane is, and again, you just said it. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody try to learn and grow, and that's fine. But the one thing you said had me thinking on first thought is, okay, how many times we're gonna keep tripping? Okay, we have to think as individuals, people. Let's say me putting on my shoe, and I'm giving something simple because I don't want to beef about no religion. Let's just say putting on your shoe. I have to think before I do that. I have to think before I walk. I have to think before I crawl. I have to think before I run. Correct? We'll just say yes. So in order to do that, we have to put thought into that. Now, let's just say I decide not to run. I decide not to walk, not to crawl. So now I have consequences for my actions all the time. And that's great. But I'm still need to stay in my lane before I make these thoughts, before I put the actions in place.
That's actually like a subconscious thought. That's not like a conscious thought. The brain is programmed.
Well, my brain is not programmed to wake up in the morning and say, okay, thank you, whoever out there, just to do what I have to do to get up a better day. My brain is not programmed to say it's a reaction that I do. You know, that's how I feel about it. Like, again, like the religion that you chose for yourself, just like the religion I chose for me.
I think he's listening.
Yeah, I hear that. So now stereotypically, stereotypically, whether it's Muslims, whether it's Catholics, whether Baptists, whatever.
It's not a religion. It's not a religion. This is what I'm saying. It's a way of life, right?
Okay.
It's like choosing to be a vegan.
Yeah, but choosing to be a vegan versus Christianity isn't to say, okay, well, a vegan is not to be a good person. That's not practicing being a good person. That's just something nourishing for your body physically. But me trying to choose a way of lifestyle, like you said, correcting me, a way of lifestyle with being a Muslim, which I didn't say all Muslims. I said people that's half-assed, meaning the 5%ers that makes the consistent mistakes that don't stay in their lane. Those the ones that trying to practice to be a good person.
And that's what being the 5%er is. Everything you take, everything you learn is nourishment for your body.
Okay, so when are we going to come up to be 100%er then, like a full Muslim? Because is that a difference, or yes or no? Because I'm not 100% with that.
It's really delayed over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really delayed. If you had me on speaker or something where I could hear him, it wouldn't be an issue because I wouldn't even have to listen to the tablet to hear him.
That means I'll come out my microphone. Hold on, let me see if I can do this real fast while we got this good show going on. I love you guys. I love you.
That's fine. Let's not try to make that a whole hour. I don't hear you. I don't hear. I think it was fine how you had it the first time.
And that's why. Go ahead, Angelus. Can you hear him? Go ahead, Wallace.
Yeah, Angelus, can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right. Let's get it. So what I'm saying is this, right? It's not a religion. It's a way of life, right?
Okay. Correct.
It's a way of life. It's about dealing with the realities because this is the God's honest truth, right? This is the truth. People, we've been bamboozled, we've been brainwashed, we've been all kinds of stuff. We don't know what's what, right? And that's all the nation of Gaza. Like, for example, like you're saying, when is it going to come up to 5? When is it going to come up to 100%? Like that's kind of being like, I don't know, nitpicky, lack of better words, without trying to be childish and find some other words. That's like no difference than saying the 1% control the other 99% of the world. When is that 1% going to come up to the 100%? It doesn't matter. They are the 1%. They do what they do. This is the same category we fall in. We understand that 95% of the population are going to be deaf, dumb, and blind. Well, 85% of the population are going to be deaf, dumb, and blind. And this other 5% is going to understand what's going on. And the other 10%, which are the hiders of the truth. You know what I'm saying? These are the ones that hide the truth from everybody. The judges, the masons, the this, the that. This is how we fall into the 5% category. You know what I'm saying? So what you're doing is kind of like being sarcastic and belittling the thing when you say when they gonna come up to 100%. Because be honest, bro, if it wasn't by the 5% nation, you wouldn't have this dope ass hip hop scenery that you have nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have had the Public Enemy. You wouldn't have had the Spike Lees. You wouldn't have had none of that stuff. So regardless of how you feel, it already made that impact just as big as the Baptists, Baptists have done, and it has done more for people than Christianity. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, but to be honest, I give you that, and thank you for correcting me about the lifestyle. But it doesn't change the fact. And I wasn't belittling anything. It doesn't change the fact that when I say stay in lane, what I say in and out, it pretty much comes to a consistency. And let's say, the people that you just named, they didn't go and say, okay, well, I made a mistake in my career choice, in my path, in my lifestyle, because most people, you keep taking 3 steps back or 5 steps back, it become a harder road to achieve your goals, to, like you said, the things that you eloquently put out there, what we have today. These are the people that, half of them, or may not all of them, made mistakes to the point where it's like, wow, where do we go from here? And a conscious decision, again, to move forward. That's the only point. That's the only point I'm trying to make right there. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to trip up sometime. In our religion, especially with that, that's what the point I'm trying to make. But when I wake up in the morning, or if I make a thought process of what I'm going to do, and I make a mistake along that journey, it's okay. But if I keep making the same asinine mistake all the time, then it becomes a me problem. It's not even a lifestyle thing anymore. So that's the part I don't get. In any religion, any lifestyle. That's the part I don't get in any religion or any lifestyle. So if you're saying, hey, this is the lifestyle I choose, this is the quote unquote religion I choose, then okay, great, fine. And we make mistakes, and I'm not even knocking that out. But at the same time, if I'm every day, every week, every month, every year, I'm doing the same thing that got me incarcerated, same thing that got me a ticket, same thing that got me girlfriends breaking up with me, same thing that got families knocking me down. So it's like that's when, like I said, it comes to people or lifestyles don't know where they're coming or going. Stick to one thing or catch the hint.
If you're going to say that, you might as well just say black people in general or people in general, because like I don't see how that's particular behavior or attributes that's singular to the nation of the gods and earth or 5% nation. Like I don't see that. I don't understand that.
Because majority of, because again, I don't know if anybody heard me from the beginning. The main thing, because usually people take what I say out of context, and that's why I usually repeat myself. When I said in my experience, the majority of the ones that I've seen and growing up in the streets, they preach one thing and act another way, and that's on a consistent basis. Now I understand that's why I said when you made the comment, you said, "Hey, people make mistakes and go from there," and that's fine. Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you think all popes are pedophiles?
Do I think all popes are pedophiles?
Yeah. Or every deacon, every Baptist minister, do you think they're all pedophiles?
I don't know them personally, but the ones I seen that was aired out, yes. That give me the observation of 99.9% of them, yes.
Okay, and this is but you're Baptist though.
Yes.
That's kind of contradictory. You don't think so?
Nah, not the slightest. Not the slightest. If I see the same thing happen every day with the majority of people, that's the experience I'm running with. That's pretty much it. I'm not labeling. I didn't label everybody. I said the majority of the people I saw, in my experience, don't know how to stay in their lane. If they don't know if they're coming or going, which is my opinion, based on my experience. I didn't make it black and white and said, "Hey," I didn't. Oh, time out. I didn't make it black and white and say, "Hey, it's you 5%ers and anybody else or their lifestyle." And I kept it fair because, again, like I said before, I don't know everything because you corrected me, and I said, "Hey, thank you for correcting me on the lifestyle." But majority of people with that lifestyle that I've seen in my experience isn't consistent.
He said you mentioned. What did you say, Wild? He mentioned bean pies.
Yes, he went so far as to mention bean pie. So for him to say he wasn't being specific, that's kind of a backpedaling right there.
No, that was being me. When you corrected me earlier, saying that I was being a little bit nitpicky.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just letting you know it's not a religion. It's more or less It's more or less a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We see
Yes.
because of the truth. A lot of 5%ers call themselves righteous teachers, meaning that you get paid to teach. I mean, you don't get paid to teach. It's your job to give information for free. That's why a lot of us get in trouble with stuff with our mouths too. You know what I'm saying? For always trying to enlighten people and do certain things when some people just can't digest what you spit. You know what I'm saying? It's not about religion. We don't offer no religion. We just, like I said, righteous teaching. What we do is we kind of like those Jehovah's Witnesses, where it's mandated that you go knock on door. It's mandated that we give this thing up for free. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Like everything that you're about is nothing like that. Everything that you're about is stealing people's souls and sending them down the wrong path, having them believing in things and having faith in things, and it's just not working for us as a black people. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you just look at it on a rudimentary level, right? And just say, okay, what was your religion before you came from Africa? Before they kidnapped you and put you on a boat? Or was they like it would just be that simple? But because of the brainwashing, y'all just can't get out of that trap. I just literally actually, like, I would never want to be a part of an organization where the head and the people that run it, I look at them as pedophiles. Like, why would I want to be in something like that? That's like a total oxymoron right there. I would run. My kids.
You have a good point. Let me ask you a question. Wow, the feedback. let me ask, playing devil's advocate with a question. So, what is your suggestion on, like you said our people to move forward with that ideology and that lifestyle that you put out there?
Listen, anybody can be what they want to be as long as
Hold up.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, what was the question now? What you say?
No, I think you answered. I think you answered it, but it's some kind of feedback on the end. So it's like when I talk, it's kind of story. Then when you say something,
Can you hear
but
me now?
okay, but I think you answered it. I pretty much asked, so with the lifestyle you mentioned and everything that you brought up, so where do you see, or where do you feel like, in what direction that we as a people, or just the Black community should move forward with this? If you're saying it's not being a Baptist, it's not being a Christian, it's not being a Catholic.
Economics. You could be a Christian, you could be a Baptist, you could be a Muslim, you could be a 5%er, you could be an atheist, you could be whatever. I don't know about the atheist thing because that's kind of silly in a way. Like if you just have common sense, you see that's silly, right? But it don't matter. Like you have commandments. It say, "Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou shalt." And then there's a lot of Christians violate those things every day. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Muslims. The same thing with this and this and that. If everybody just adhere to the rules of their thing, then everything would be in peace. But because the whole thing is built on corruption, because if the person that's giving it to you, right? If
Yeah.
the book say, "Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not doing this," and the people that's giving you violating every page, every word in that book, what good is it? Like, what does that subconsciously say to the people that you're trying to teach this thing to? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that subconsciously say to them? How these people gonna look at it? That's why everybody doing what they're doing. That's why uncles is filling up the nieces. That's why the church ladies is dressing up looking nice in the red bottoms for the so and so husband or the deacon. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no limit to it because the whole thing is built on corruption, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, let's just, regardless if you black, brown, white, or candy stripe, far as us is concerned, let's just focus on the money and how to take care of this neighborhood, because before it was the hood, it was the burbs. It was white people, and the was crispy as hell, and it was nice. You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference? Like, you ain't got to move up there, just clean your shit up. Take care of your own stuff. You know what I mean? Bring it, restore it. Where my mother live at, she get $500. Her first warning is a $500 thing if her paint was cracking on her house one time. It's a $500 warning. Second warning is $1,000, $1,500. After that, you go on the court with the municipality. You know what I'm saying? So it's that hood shit. It's always fucking us up. So you know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter what your religion is. None of that stuff matter. It's just putting into the neighborhood and how you see it. If you don't see you as your brother, then of course, fuck him.
Yeah.
If you don't see as a sister, then why not rape her? Why not sell a crack, sell a coke, whatever? You know what I'm saying? So like to me, like I take this whole religion thing, it's like way further for me. It's way deep. I feel like this is what they do to steal our souls. I feel like it's more to it than more to life than what they're telling us. And because religion is like the dominant force on the planet, that's what I feel it has something to do with who we are as people, where we came from before this, because you don't remember where you were, but you were there. You know what I'm saying? Your consciousness had to exist, even though you don't remember, but you're here now. So what's the if you close your mouth and don't say nothing and you think in your brain you can hear yourself talk? What is that noise? Where does that go when this flesh ride off? Right?
Yeah.
Your journeys and stuff. And I feel like these people that's telling us about Baptists is just that they know what's going on, and this is just a way to divert the thing. So whatever happens next, they can control it. That's how I see it. There's nothing else. Like and this is me being up at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for years trying to boil and simmer this thing down to an understanding. Like what's really going on? And this religion thing is a big distraction. Because none of y'all ain't do no research in the first place.
Hey,
you know Wallace, none of y'all ain't do no research. Yeah.
I have to cut you off real quick because we gotta deal with the people that got something to say on here too. So 1 second. We have Facebook users say spirituality doesn't have religion, so there's no debate. Build on that, then there's no debate. We are spiritual, so why separate us through religion?
I think I agree with that. I agree with that, but it still comes back to what brother Wallace. That's who. Okay, yeah. What Brother Wallace saying, it comes down to economics. It comes down to just doing your homework and just learning and just moving forward from there and clean up your own shit. Excuse my language, but that's I believe that. I agree with that, and I definitely appreciate you for coming on, Brother Wallace. Definitely appreciate you speaking some real wisdom too. So I appreciate that. Because again, everybody don't know everything. You know what I'm saying?
He said he grew up on the worst block in Irvington. Which street was that, Wallace? You said?
That's it. Dying Grace.
Oh yeah.
One of the worst blocks, and my neighbor used to tell me stories. He happened to be an FOI too, by the way, right? But he used to tell me stories of how he moved in that neighborhood in the 60s, and he used to spray paint "Wow nigger" on his store. It's Irvington. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Irvington is so much to people there. They used to spray paint "Move Out Nigger" on his store. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get them people to come back there when I lived there in the 80s, coming up in the 90s. You couldn't get people to drive through that hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Back once upon a time, they was spray painting people's doors. Leave. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about when, you know what I'm saying, as far as who we are or what we can do, as far as having our own and economics and equity in the hood. So that's how I feel about it. It was nice.
No, you too, brother. And you're right too, because same thing with Newark and Elizabeth, because I used to hear stories about when they rioted in Newark more than once. Same thing with Elizabeth, where it used to be people used to walk around with top hats, and it used to be urban community. Now it's not.
Well, a Facebook user said religion, just the word means to bind you to something.
Exactly. Rely on. Exactly.
I wonder who's saying that. Is that Wok saying that? Because Wok is spirituality. Is that you, Wok? Name up here,
he don't need to give out his own government. Leave that man alone. If that is him. Thank you. Thank you for your voice. Thank you.
I want to ask you a question before we go. Right?
Sure.
I want to ask you a question. Have you ever noticed? Are you familiar with Genesis?
Not too much. I would be honest, not too much.
Oh, how are you not familiar with? How you gonna say not too much and it's the first page in the Bible? Come on, man.
Yo, you only go what you want to go by. You don't like you. Hey, brother, I'm gonna put your own words in your mouth. You take that 1%, that 5%, and you work with what you got. Economics.
I hear you. No, but it's a question that's like very, you know what I'm saying? It's like you know how like when you ever learn something and then like that information was so profound, you felt yourself grow on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it happens like with random information, and it happens when I figure stuff out for myself. And I'm reading the Bible, right? I'm reading the Bible, and it's talking like in Genesis, it's talking about the earth without form and void, right? But the Spirit of God hovered on the faces of the water, right? So this is the first time it's mentioned water. And then when it go on, when God made the skies, he separated the firmament from the waters. So there again, he used water, right? Then when he made the oceans, he separated the water from the water. What I'm saying is, like, God is literally, the Spirit of God is usually literally using water to make things. The scriptures literally tell you that water was there before God. And I want to know, like, how could that be? Because if the earth was like without form and void, where was this water? Why was the Spirit of God hovering over this water? And then when God finally manifested himself, he started using this water to make things. He made the sky, he made the oceans, started making things. And I've done my research, and I've never found the answer in most books, but I came across a different version of the Bible where they try to clean it up and say that rain wasn't invented at the time because there wasn't nobody to till the soil. But when Cain slew Abel and he got kicked out of paradise and he had to go walk the lands, that's when God created rain, because now Cain was going to need rain to till the soil of the earth. Like, so I'm saying, like, could you explain that?
Well, in my opinion, well, the first thing you said was you said, well, when I come to learn something and I get that awakening feeling, to me, and correct me if I'm wrong from what I'm hearing, because as soon as you said that, the first thought in my mind was, I hear evolution. I hear you're evolving. You're trying to move. You're trying to go to a direction where somebody else either haven't or been there before. You're trying to move to. That's pretty much how I feel when I hear that.
Well, for me, it was just an oversight. Like, I've read this thing. Like, I've been, you know what I'm saying? You hit the nail on the head when you talk about jail and certain things, when they got you in a hole and
Yeah.
no smut magazine or no gangster magazines or no street novels. The only thing they let you have is religious. And I read that thing from cover to cover, and I've done it many times over the years, right? But it wasn't 5-6 years ago that I was reading it just on some like, you know, trying to stay sharp. And I noticed that, and I need to know, is that about? Because ironically, the Muslims, they say that Allah manifested himself from a molecule of water. In Buddhism, they say Buddha came from the water lily. So all three major religions is now linking their deities to water in one way or another.
Oh, wow. I wasn't aware of that.
Nope.
So if you ever get a chance as a Baptist and you could figure out, like, let me know, whatever, because I'm really trying to understand that part of it. And, you know, let Tiffany know it hit me back, man. It was nice building with y'all, but I'm about to go buy marijuana, right?
I thought you had something in your system. You done took over Black Talk.
I had some in my system. It's gone.
Oh, man.
It's curfew down this month.
I'm not mad at you. I definitely appreciate the talk, man, and that's pretty much what life about, bro. We gotta have the debates. We gotta have the confrontations. As long as it's humble and on the right of righteousness, we're good.
All right, no problem, bro. But just remember, the nation is not the 5% nation no more. It's the nation of the gods and earth, right?
Gotcha.
And it's a way of life. Okay?
Gotcha. I appreciate that correction. Definitely appreciate that.
Either choosing to be dumb or not choosing to be dumb.
That's true.
Just knowing stuff. All right? Bless up.
Right.
Bless up. Big up.
Thank you. Justin David said, I didn't know that either. We learn something every day, Justin.
That's what life about.
Right, later.
We'll have you on the show next week or something. He was a good calling, yo. Who else wanted me to call on message? Okay, we're gonna yeah, I didn't know what he like. He really. Oh, let me go to Justin Davis. I'm sorry, Justin. He said if you meet someone and never know their religion, love them, then later on down the line you can't love them because of their religion. That right there is separation. Before all the religious stuff, we were loving people from the heart. They were not doing that in ancient times. If they were, we had the power to change that. That's right there. We're gonna go on to a topic about this was another topic we made up with the guest that never showed up. How do you find real love in a fake world?
Lordy. I think we should have went. When
Wallace got on, it threw me off.
I think we should have went then and trickle it on down.
Sorry. Hold up. Andrew, I gotta put my microphone back on. Say it again.
I said I think we should have trickled that on down, the relationship, Derrick Jaxson, and the religion, because
I know
that those two kind of went hand in hand with the relationship and Derrick Jaxson. So that was like crazy.
And the Christian and Muslim love. Yeah, that's what we was talking about. Yeah.
It went to a whole different thing, which is fine. I thank you. I appreciate that conversation because that was something I didn't even know and needed to know. So I definitely appreciate that. But repeat the question one more time about love and what?
How do you find real love in a fake world?
That is a very good question. And when I find out, I will let you know. I will let you know. And
man, it's
we could break that. We could break that down, in a fake world. So, I mean, do we feel this world's fake? I mean, I feel it's a very toxic world. I feel that we can make this world however we want to make it. I mean, to anybody's watching, the viewers, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. It's just I can honestly say maybe twice in my life living, knock on wood. I probably love two people. The last one, hey, I was head over heels, went all out my way. I mean, everybody have their oh my god, what's the best way word saying without getting slapped in the face? I think everybody have their limits or what they do or what people think is love. Like, oh, I give out all the money, I make out all the sacrifices, I do so much, I work 2 3 jobs, this person don't know, that person don't know what, or it could be behind the scenes, and give out the blessings or do what you do.
Well,
So we, like I said, we could dissect that all the time for every little thing, but do I think so. It just depends on understanding, being understood, definitely checking yourself, because if you got issues, you can't bring your toxicity into somebody else in another relationship. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Even if you love that person, because I had somebody love me, but they wasn't the right person for me, so they was toxic, and they can love me all day, 24/7. But there's something wrong with you. You have to work on you first. And I'm not talking about go from a seven an hour dollar job, but then go from a 51 and you still got issues. You crazy, you know. Somebody recently, not recently, but somebody not too long ago, I thought was very attractive. We conversated, and they openly, and I thought it was pretty cool they did that. They openly admitted that, they had issues.
mm-hmm.
And, I respected them on that. And so I can't question, at that point, again, it comes back to the decisions we make. So I can't question them if I still want to pursue them, knowing they openly said, I have issues. I have insecurities. Right. I get compliments all the time. I think I'm very beautiful, but I have insecurities about myself. I never walk out of the house without putting makeup on. I'm like, okay, again, that's your thing. I never do this. I never that. It just comes back down to if I make decisions, if I want to continue pursuing with this person. And then, hey, I might find that might be attractive. I might take them sacrifices and knock them walls down and say, hey, well, she or he, that person's going to love you even more better. But if them themselves haven't worked themselves out, it's not going to work.
Well, everything leads back to childhood trauma.
I believe so. We touch base on that a little. Yeah, we touch base on that on behind the scenes many times. I always do, because you gotta look at yourself. You gotta look at yourself. Well, even if you have two, in my opinion, because I want somebody to jump on me again.
They on speed now.
Oh yeah, they're good. But it all depends. It all depends on, even if you have two family, two full family, like a mom and dad is together 30-something years, still together. I know somebody that they still have problems too. It could be the kids, it could be the parents. Me myself, a single independent mom. 3 kids. So it's a lot of things that people have to work on. Crap, I had issues too. Nothing crazy about drugs and not guns and jail, but everybody will have their own issues, coming up. Some people have their own little triggers coming up. Some people have their own little stuff they have to work on, and then let's just say you may feel like you don't have something you need to work on, or the people may think you're too perfect. There's people that commit suicides and everybody's looking like, wow, they work hard, it was good, they did this, they did that, blah, 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 blah. But them themselves, they tap out, they give up. So
yeah, it's a lot of work, like even for me, I'm speaking from personal experience, having to have myself, I can go through something early in the day and having to pep myself up because I know I got a podcast to do at 8:00, and it can be something real drastic, but it's the strength that gets me through it.
Hey, or it could be the pressures of expectations from other people towards you too.
Right.
That's crazy.
I don't even care about that no more. I learned to just say F that,
I know, but that's
say what they want to say.
Hey, but that's a real thing though. People don't ever think about that. Expectations for other things. Even like families, we'll throw out there like third world countries. Most is one country where, let's say it's a poor country, the one family moves out, let's say get a rich man, rich wife, or whatever, or just come up a little bit better. Their expectations from them now is, okay, well, hey, I moved on, but let me take care of family too.
Right.
Let me bring them with them. Again, nothing's wrong with that, but there's just expectations, and that might be a pressure on them coming as a kid. Is known where I'm from birth. I'm from a poor side of the country, poor side of family. When I come up, it's expected of me to do X, Y, Z for my family. Not saying I wouldn't help them, not saying I wouldn't do this at all, but It's just something I have to do. So now I'm still. Yeah, we might just stay in the same house together if that's what it is. And again, that's my opinion.
Lisa Brinkley said, I'm sorry, Angelus.
Yeah.
The world can be as fake as it wants to be, but the people in a relationship have to be real with one another to have a chance. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Hey, Lisa, want me to call you a messenger? You got something to come on and say before we close the show out? We have pop-up guests tonight. We just had Wallace Melbourne on. You want to come in real quick on Messenger? Let me know. Something you want to let off your chest? We like that.
Yeah, but I definitely agree. I definitely agree with Lisa Brinkley. It comes down to communication, open communication, not people. And that was a good one, especially with the dating world too, because dating world, we know, Lord knows, the dating world is hard. Mm-hmm. But ladies, brothers, and in my experience, especially ladies, stop playing the phone games. And us brothers, we know what that's talking about. The struggle is real.
She said, "Heck to the no." I got you gonna be a messenger, boo. We not gonna put your picture up. We gonna just call you a messenger and you can talk.
She said she don't want them type of peer pressures.
Nah, ain't no peer pressure to be you. That's all, baby. I ain't perfect up on here, but I use what I got.
There you go.
I use what I got. The relationship thing too. I wanted to say something because I need to get a word in. I didn't think I spoke. I didn't speak none of this show really. I just smiled at y'all going back and forth. With y'all debating and stuff. And I loved it. It was good.
It usually be you.
It was good.
Usually be you.
I like that. So yeah. What she say? She said laugh. Oh, Justin Davis said laugh out loud. Yeah, I was shutting up the whole show. I'm like, shit, I'll just go here and control everything and listen. Like, because Wallace really opened me up to some other things that I didn't even think about. Yeah. Like that's crazy. Yeah. Like he said he read the Bible when he was in prison from frontwards to backwards over the years.
Yeah.
So that's why he developed the spirituality, the 5% mentality, and
and the mindset to move forward and think a little bit more broader than a lot of people do, even on a level, especially on the level that he corrected me. So I appreciate him for that. That's what we need. We can't be all in that same attitude, just looking forward. Just I know, no, you don't know everything.
Okay. Before we leave out here, I just want to say on as far as the relationship level, when you're spiritual, in my opinion, because I believe I'm 1,000,000% spiritual. I now know it's a such thing as we spoke about this maybe in some past shows, and I know everybody heard about this, but it is such thing as soulmate, twin flames, and karmic partners. Which karmic partners you're supposed to learn serious lessons through.
Okay, that I believe in karmic.
The main thing you want to have is a twin flame. A twin flame is someone you mirror. Y'all mirror, and they open up your eyes to to fixing things that's wrong within yourself.
Okay.
Twin flame. A soulmate is like twin flame is first. That's what you want to have as a twin flame.
Okay.
The second, you want to have a soulmate. If you don't get your twin flame, because people rarely meet their twin flames in this lifetime. They always meet a soulmate, which a soulmate is what you settle for, basically. They're just good enough.
Okay.
But a karmic,
I had that.
you learn some serious lessons with. And I already had my karmic lessons, and I learned a whole lot with that a whole lot
now,
of that.
Okay, now let me play devil's advocate with that now. So, okay, if you meet all three, now what do you do? Could it be all three in one?
No.
Oh, I can't?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I never, doing my research and learning about it, I never heard all three in one.
Okay. Now I had the other one you said you learned your lesson from. So that was an X years ago in Jersey.
That was a karmic.
Yeah, I definitely learned that lesson. Mm-hmm. I believe I have a twin flame because I speak about this person a lot. We talk all the time. We have great conversations. If I can give ideas to this person, and they'll make it better or gloss it up. But we have the debating conversation where I can shoot something or they'll hit me out the random. It is talk. Then I'll hit them with some knowledge. They'll come in like, hey, I didn't think about that way. And then I'll hit them back the same way. So I do believe I came across a twin flame. And I'm not speaking about Tauruses because all Tauruses, we're not twin flame. We just one flame and we do So we're relatable flames. That's pretty much what that is. We're relatable flames.
Angela, let me tell you before we go off, a twin flame, that is a powerful spiritual connection. You don't even have to be in the same state. You don't even have to be in the same room, and you can pick up on each other's energies. It's like y'all telepathic when you sleep. They can talk to you in the 5D world.
Oh wow.
Is a twin flame. A twin flame is someone that you will meet and know immediately that that's my twin flame. It could be some false ones out there. Yeah. But those could be either soulmates. So you gotta know the difference. The twin flame is like a powerful feeling. It's like you can't even sit around them without having the jitters. It's like you love them instantly.
Okay, well,
because it was meant to be.
Okay, so why not because stereotypically, us, general people, we think when we hear soulmate, we're thinking like, okay, that's the one I'm gonna be with the rest of my life. That's my love, my life. That's the one that knows everything inside and out of me. So why wouldn't the soulmate be above the twin flame?
Well, no, because the twin flame is a divine relationship. You're created, you're put together by the divine for a reason to accomplish big things in life.
Okay. So right? I don't think I met my soulmate.
Well, a soulmate is good too, because sometimes, like I said, everybody don't meet their twin flame. Yeah, a twin flame is a mirror of you.
Yeah. Okay. That I get. But the soulmate part, because you made a comment, you said, it could be good and bad, but that's their soulmate, like you said, settling. So
to me, it is.
Yeah. So see, there you go. So a lot of people don't want to settle. Some people's okay with settling, and I don't want to say settling is a bad thing, because it was a topic on that. I wish we can like add the video clip, and we'll work on that later down the line. Mm-hmm. The gentleman, I can't remember his name, but he made a comment. He said, women don't want to settle. And I don't want to throw women at it, because guys too, when they see the gloss and glitter, like say, for example, if I put let's just say I'm a plumber, I make $80K a year, but you knew that, but you see a doctor making $80K a year. But the plumber gets his degree faster than the doctor. But most of the people want to get with that doctor first, because the glitter and the glam over it. He's a doctor. He's got that PhDs, the HATTs, and all that. But a plumber just makes just as good money. But the only difference is he got more time to spend with you than that doctor. There you go, that part. But majority of people want that glitter, and they don't want to settle for the plumber. They'd rather go with the doctor.
Right. Also, because I'm learning all this, a soulmate doesn't even have to be in a relationship with you. A soulmate can be your mother, a friend. It can be various things.
I agree with that.
Twin flame. Now, the twin flame is your mirror of yourself.
Okay.
And things in them, they will teach you to learn in yourself. Like if you're insecure, they will teach you not to be insecure.
Okay.
If you're lazy, they will teach you motivation. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And you teach them certain things about themselves, the opposite of what they got going on.
Okay.
But it's a very powerful connection. It's like you eat, sleep, and shit each other.
Okay.
To the point it's a curse and a blessing at the same time. But the divine wants you two to come together to serve a certain purpose in this lifetime.
Okay.
So and not too many people meet their twin flames. That's the crazy part. If you meet yours, you are blessed. But you might have a runner, and you might have a runner and basically catcher, which is the person. The runner is the one who's running away from the relationship because they don't know how to deal with the energy of it, the spiritual energy of it. It's too much for them.
Oh, wow.
Right. So one is always going to run away until one comes enlightened to understand what this relationship is about and what it's meant to be and why it's meant to happen. But until they awaken to that, they're going to always be the runner. But you're always going to have one that already know you're my twin flame. And the other one is not going to know that. And they're going to wonder, why is she chasing me? Why he chasing me? Da, da, da. But 9 out of 10 times, majority of times, the men are the runners.
Okay.
Right. So it could take months and years for y'all to come together before they understand what this relationship mean and why it's meant to be. It could take them some time.
Yeah. Justin Davis said he didn't know that either.
Where he at? Yeah, it's sick, man. It's sick, and then it's overwhelming too, because you sitting there like, damn, nigga, you my twin flame. You don't love me. You love me, bro.
And also anybody that don't know, I came across this again. I'm That's what the last one and this one. I love the conversations we're having. So we're doing good. We're picking the good people, and even the ones that's not getting picked. And that's when it comes to we're getting blessed. So the one guest wasn't in, and we got our own guest popped up. So I definitely appreciate him. And it has me thinking of two individuals in the past where it comes back to love language. And I didn't know that there was there was a book on different types of love languages out there. And me and I guess my particular, by definition, twin flame, we had a discussion about that, and it came down to it's kind of like just learning yourself and the communications and how you articulate with one another, how everything flows, the understanding is crazy. So learn your love languages. Definitely identify, according to you, what I learned. So definitely identify your twin flame if you have one. Definitely, but don't overthink it, because a lot of people go crazy over that. Definitely understand your soulmate. And what was the other one?
Karmic. Karmic is the one. Karmic is the girl that's cheating on you with the neighbors and stuff, and you keep running back because you like that WAP. You're attached to that WAP.
Hey, or the ladies that keep running back and say, "Girl, I don't understand," but you change your Facebook page 50 times from relationship to single to complicated. Take it off, put it back, complicated again. Then somebody asks you about an inbox, you're upset. Well, I don't know. Then you post your drama on Facebook. Well, I don't know why he hitting up my inbox, because you keep changing status like 55 times. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they're in your inbox.
Karmics, you supposed to just get that lesson and just move on. But Laba's blinded to. We be thinking that's our twin flame, or even our soulmate, and sticking around like he's gonna change. She's gonna change. Baby, what you doing today, baby? I cooked dinner for you. I rub your feet, baby. I run your bath for the baby. I'm here to pick you up from work, baby.
Got a black eye tomorrow. Oh my God. Oh, but he love me though. No, boo boo.
No, he don't.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Your job was to walk away.
Yeah,
because that's not for you.
And here's another one, Carmen. This on both ends too, because there's ladies and men, and mostly ladies that just out for the money. So if they're out there just asking for the money, they dating multiple people just for the money. They want the glitter and all this stuff, and they're asking, or they're trying to manipulate you to get certain things. And trust me, I think women's the most beautiful creature out there and the most intelligent creature out there too. But I'll be damn, they are the most smartest, slickest, understanding person that would go do some stuff that us fellas would never know. Us fellas, we're dumb. We're naive to a lot of facts. So just smarten up. So I don't know. But just like I said, just listen to the signs with the love languages. That's all I got.
That's all about Black Talk. Y'all thank y'all for tuning in. Our show still turned out good. I don't care what nobody says.
There's a lesson learned for this one.
That's right. We'll be on next Saturday. We're gonna be on every Saturday till I go on vacay. Don't know yet. I'm still planning.
Please
and
give me a heads up.
No answers. We'll talk. And so y'all tune in next Saturday at 8:00. We're gonna have a guest.
Yes, we have a special guest next week.
Wallace asked one question, y'all. All right, let me stop my exit out. Hold up. So when does chemistry come into the romance love?
I think chemistry is the first attraction.
Yeah.
I think chemistry is first attraction. First off. And it's crazy. It's like, it's hard for us to.
Thank you, Justin. You said great job.
It's hard for us to move past that. And I have, like I said, and even when it comes to us guys, because us guys don't have like a support group. We have like that one friend, that one homie. So I think a lot more women than guys, they have that support group that talk about and digest their feelings. But us most guys, like I got one brother, he's on my ass all the time. A really good dude. That's my brother. He come at me hard. I come at him with the whole situation, and we just have to move past that attraction part and see where it leads us from there, and I still preach this to everything. It comes back down to communication. What do I want in the relationship? What do this person want in a relationship? What's both of our intentions are, and see where we can take it from there. Me, if you're broke, not saying if you're broke, I'm not hating on you. I'm not going to downgrade you. I move past the beauty part. But if we can work together to make something, a goal, manifest, oh man, that's a force to reckon with. But if your unwillingness to do that, that's a problem. That is a problem for me. I've seen many pictures, comments, or life stories where a woman will date a guy that's 300 pounds, but next thing you know, in 2 years' time, he's slim, looking good. Yeah.
Wallace said, "I'm talking pheromones, chemistry, chemical reaction." Did I say that right? Pheromones?
Yeah, but it's not the same thing. I mean, it's still attraction. I mean, I can walk. Unless you're talking about like if I walk past a woman, I'm not even noticing her by sight, but I'm noticing her by every other sense.
What you mean? That one woman on her period and a man automatically drawn to.
No, ma'am, that's nasty.
No, but men can't. It says that when a woman's on her period, I've read this before. That when a woman's on a period, that's when a man is mostly sexually attracted to her.
Wow.
Because her body gives off a sexual scent. Wallace said exactly. I'm on point. Wallace, bang, bang, bang.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that, and that's disgusting. And I have to look back like, no.
That's when I'm on my most sexy is when I'm on my period. That's getting me glowing and stuff. Everything swell up. And I hear I'm gonna walk around with a pad on. I notice that about my body. When my period's on, I'm glowing for some reason. He said pheromones. You're right.
Oh wow. I learned something new.
All right, Wiles, we can't play with you tonight no more. We got to hang up now.
I know. We gotta go night.
We've been on too long, past 45 minutes. We can say we're going to do 45 minutes. That's it. But it's a good show tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. So back to my exit out the show, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, Wallace, we'll see you. You can come on as a guest. We're going to set that up. Boom, boom, boom. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next Saturday at 8. Love, peace, and light, y'all. You got something to say, Angelus?
Yeah, we'll have another guest coming up. His name is Will K. I'll send Miss Truth all the information, and we'll have that posted up and branded for next week. I really think y'all gonna love this brother. He's very entertaining. He's pretty much an activist in his own right, and that's all I can say about him. I'll let him do all the speaking himself when it comes to next Saturday. So Stay tuned for Will K for next week.
Bang. Y'all have a good night.
Lordy, Lord.
I'm sick of thirsty ones. You're full of lust, huh? You wanna get some, but I don't mess with bums. I dodge and dip and run, not two numero one. I chew this track like gum, hit it like home run. He wants a 101, like Queen, where you from? He wants to use his tongue, eat it like walk around, claiming a set. What? Talking this, talking that, I bet. But y'all really ain't about that life. Word. You come for truth, you better think twice. Don't come for me with all of that drama. I'ma be your karma. You come for me, you better come armored. I swear my mama, I'ma be the problem. Back up off of me, leech. Bow down, y'all ninjas asleep. See, cause I can be a problem. Back up off of me, leech. Bow down to the queen, see, cause you don't want this problem. I'm not what you need, be y'all ninjas.
Hey, that was a good one.
I gotta exit out, exit left.